this here is my review for June 1st. First up here is MO Altria. There was no entry here. Opened up, sold off, came outside of my range here, and I was watching some other things, so from this point on, I did not watch it anymore. Next up is Xlnx, Xlnx. Somewhere. There we go. Opened up, showed tremendous amount of strength there, sold off almost immediately. A little bit of consolidation, indecision pattern there, gave an inside candle, which I took a trade just above this green candle, and trailed me out almost immediately for a small loss. Now onto some other good trades. Alcoa opened up, sold off below the range. Normally I'll take it off my watch from there, but it was still on my screen. Saw indecision here in this green candle after a sell-off. Took a position above, rode it up as far as I could until it showed it was going to roll back over. AR was the next one up. Another one of these that sold off, held at the pattern that I had drawn out here on the chart, and gave a decent break back above the level I was watching. It was a red hammer candle, so it wasn't ideal, but I did go ahead and take a position there. Failed to hold above previous high up here, and took me out once it triggered below a confirmed top. Arnc was the next trade here. Arnc opened a little bit lower, sold off, had no follow through, put in a green over green break, which triggered me into a trade, and rode it up as far as I could until I had a red top and closed out the position there. Next up, American Express, AXP. AXP opened up, gave a nice head fake there, trapped some people in, and then trapped some shorts in. So a huge indecision move here right there on the open. And once it broke above this dragonfly doji candle right here, went ahead, took a position, basically versus the previous range I was looking at here. Rode it up all the way and hit my target almost to the penny. Since I did close out the position, AXP has actually run back up to about 78.40, so there was quite a bit left on the table there. Overall, it's a good trade. Next up here is CIT. CIT opened up, gapped up, sold off, put in a consolidation range. Initially watched it here, and then here, nothing to do, and right here was a confirmed trigger. Went ahead, got in, and rode it up to where it was testing this previous breakdown level, put in some red candles and a break below, implied that it was going to come back down. Next up was IWM, was a quick trade here. Opened up higher, showed resistance, but no follow through. I noticed on a couple of other time frames that price action was speeding up, and bulls looked like they were starting to make some headway. Triggered me into a position just above this red candle, implied there were going to be bears that had to close out their positions, and pushed it up quite a bit higher. Ended up being a decent trade here. However, right now it is trading at 138.25, so I left a lot on the table there. Next up here is MIK. MIK was another one that opened up, tried to run higher, did not trigger me into a breakout type of position. Just waited, it was patient, came back down to the support I was looking for, put in somewhat of a hammer candle there, triggered me in above it, and trailed up to about 19.5. Next up here is the Qs, QQQ. This one actually took two trades in. First one triggered me in off of a failed breakdown off a red hammer, and took me right back out at the same exact price. So nothing there but a loss of commissions. Came down, put in somewhat of an offset double bottom here, broke back above the level I was watching, triggered me in, and once it came up here, it looked like it was going to fail at the opening price, so I went ahead and closed it out. However, at the moment, left quite a bit on the table here as well. As it's back all the way, oh okay, no, it dipped down, it's still at 141.60, so I didn't quite leave too much on the table there. Next up here is S&P, the SPY. Did not take an entry on the open, almost took this position here, but as you can see, it did reverse. It was still at my resistance there, and I didn't really like the way it was setting up at the moment. It did come back down, consolidate, put in somewhat of a tightening wedge here, established previous resistance, and took a breakout trade with some of the options plays right here, 240 in the 242 calls, and rode them up. It's right here at 65 and 66 cents in two lots, and as of right now, we left quite a bit on the table, but it's still a good trade. Next up here is Target. Target was another one that sold off immediately, gave a green over green break, triggered me in, and as it came up to close to my target, gave a red below red candle and trailed me out. Didn't quite get my target there. XLB was next, gave a break above the closing range there from yesterday, and rode it all the way straight to my target. Great trade there. XLI was the next one. I put in a 5-minute hammer candle after the open, rode it all the way up until it put in what looked like a top candle and closed me out. XLY was the final one for the day. Gave a green hammer candle off of an 8-period exponential, rode it all the way up to my target, and closed it out as well. Overall today, there were 12 winning trades.